All his ops jump at him at once. Is that too small? You want to be bigger? Go crazy! Box these niggas. Oh shit. Didn't he have armor on his hands? Like, wait, who talking shit? What? Wow. The knights are trash talking too now? That's crazy. You gonna take that disrespect, bro? I know that the E rank weak version ain't talking shit. Oh, that's a swole one right there. Oh shit, this nigga just died. Oh, I was about to say. Transferred to the penalty zone, yep. Right before he dies. How is this somehow not worse than what he was just dealing with? The fact that these are weaker than the knights is pretty insane. Hey, get that free XP. Meanwhile, oh, why isn't he texting me back? Hey, got them levels, okay. Night killer, that's exactly what he needs. A dagger that can actually penetrate their armor. It's crazy how when you have the right weapon, it doesn't even really matter what the stats are because it's built to affect a specific type of enemy. Yeah, you can just leap over all them niggas. Go for the magician. Might work. See, look, they can't even fight without their leader. Look at that shit. Ain't that crazy? Oh, but they got them eyes canceling out his stealth skill. But he can summon his dagger thanks to his Igris ability. Okay. Might work. This shit is easy. Okay. Look at the piles of bodies now. He can just suck these niggas in. No diddy. Oh shit. He's using his body to slingshot to hit the other enemies. And that's okay. We got the Night Slayer dagger now. Do how you did Igris and just shank him in the neck. What is this, a Kingdom Hearts boss fight? Using the chandelier to fight now? Oh look, they trying to summon more reinforcements. They have families? I don't think they have families, honestly. These are corpses. Easy, he got 3 in one slice. Like, that golem was low-key trash. Like, what? All that for nothing. I know. Job change quest complete. Now who gonna clean this up? Purely a assassin, for example, he didn't have necromancy abilities. Well, you saw how he was getting his ass beat by that army before he got the dagger that was required to defeat them. So that kind of allows him to be more versatile. He might not be the strongest in either class, but he's able to benefit from what both classes are able to take advantage of. So sometimes it's better to not be the strongest, but to be the most flexible. Because once again, like with the Night Slayer dagger, it's not the strongest dagger, but it's effective against knights. So he doesn't need to be the strongest. He just needs to be stronger. He just needs to be, you don't need to be the best at anything. You just need to be good at the thing that everyone else isn't good at. So for me, when I would play RuneScape, right? Instead of me choosing to be a knight or choosing to be a mage or choosing to be an archer, I leveled up each class equally. And I had in my inventory all the different weapons and equipment that cater to each class. So if I fought against a mage, I would switch into an archer. I would equip different weapons. And then if I was fighting against an archer, I would equip armor and I would equip a sword and shield. I didn't even necessarily have to put all my stats into leveling up one type of class because I could just switch classes mid combat into whoever I was fighting. Sometimes versatility, flexibility, adaptability is the best skill set that you can have. I can just find somebody who has the thing that I need when I need it, that I don't need all the time. It would only make sense to pay for an amenity if I used it regularly. Why would I buy an expensive car when I'm not gonna drive it every day? And I don't even think I would want to drive it every day. What if it breaks or gets dirty, or just having something expensive puts a target on your back, someone's gonna try to steal it? If I want to drive an expensive car for a day, I can just rent it for a very affordable price and then give it back, and then they can deal with the insurance and they can deal with cleaning it and taking care of it. I just need it when I need it. So I'm definitely the kind of person to where I'm not trying to own a bunch of shit. I'm just trying to be one of those people who use it when I need it for what I need it for and then give it back. I'm definitely a renter, not a buyer. Like, that's too much responsibility. That's too much of a commitment, bro. The best customers are the ones that don't realize that they are the target audience. They think they're the ones selling the product when they're actually the ones that the product is being sold to. When in actuality, they're not even making money off of the thing that they're teaching. They're making money off of selling snake oil to a bunch of ignorant people. You really don't have to grind. You don't have to work really hard. You just have to be smarter than everyone else so that you can trick them or finesse them. Everyone has something in abundance by default. So you don't need to exhaust yourself running in circles, trying to accumulate a resource that you don't already have in order to get something that you want, when most likely you already have something to offer to someone that also has the thing that you want that they don't care about. One man's trash is another man's treasure. So instead of going on a treasure hunt, figure out what trash that you have is treasure to somebody whose trash is your treasure. And then you guys can exchange those resources, and it's no loss to either of you, because the thing that they're giving you, they didn't want anyway. And the thing you're giving them, they didn't want either. A lot of people, they think they have to make a certain amount of money to feel valued or to feel like they're contributing to society, when in actuality, you're only as valuable as the way you leverage your skill set and the money that you have. But you have a lot of rich people who are useless. They can be the richest people in the world and they're still contributing to nothing. So if you really want to contribute in a way that will yield tangible results faster, and it's not to say you shouldn't try to make money, that plays a part, you're gonna have to be capable of recognizing what you have to offer in a way that can't be scaled by any material instrument. It'll be something that only you can identify. It's not something that other people will be able to recognize. They will recognize the material results of you exercising this ability, but they can't identify the ability itself, because only you can do that. That's why it's your power. For a lot of people, they're selling themselves short, because if everyone else doesn't acknowledge their power, they don't think that it exists and they don't have the confidence to exercise it. They never will. The longer you spend trying to get other people to recognize your power, the more time you're wasting that you can be putting into utilizing your ability. And you'll have people tell you all types of things. The equivalent of in Naruto, when you unlock a Mangekyo Sharingan, right, is I have the ability to see other people's abilities, because I recognize that these abilities can't be seen in a traditional physical sense. I won't be able to do as well as other people, no matter how much material resource that you give me. You could give me all the money in the world, all the resources in the world. You can tell everyone to listen to me. There's going to be certain things I am not able to perceive. And this is why we as a species need to work together, because we all have our own power. We all have our own Sharingan. We all have our own sight, our own perception. We all see things in a unique way that nobody else does. What makes me seem so great sometimes, I'm really just taking advantage of the greatness that I see in everything else around me in a way that the environment itself might not even acknowledge or realize, because most people are looking at this world through a very material, physical lens. I have a higher opinion of people than they have of themselves a lot of the time. Someone might do something that I think is very impressive and they don't even think it's that big of a deal. And they might not think it's that big of a deal because it's something that they do so naturally. It comes off so easy for them. So they don't really value it that highly. I recognize its value because it's something that I can't do, but they might not realize it's that valuable because it's something that they do all the time. Sometimes people will point out things about me and they will say, this is a very valuable skill set that you have. You should take more advantage of this. And I would be like, wow, I didn't even think of it that way. I didn't realize this was that valuable, because I can only perceive something based on my own relationship with it. And that's something that I'm learning a lot more too about myself, is that there's a lot of things that I'm able to do. Most people can't do it all. I wouldn't even notice. I wouldn't even think about it like that. There's this universal law. It's more about the journey, not the destination. You might actually have to go on a journey to recognize the value of the treasure that you have. So just because the thing that you're looking for you already have doesn't mean that you shouldn't look for it. You might need to go on a personal journey that allows you to witness, recognize, and appreciate the thing that you have. But you'll find it faster if you're able to at least acknowledge the reality that it's something you already have. You're obtaining the ability to perceive it. Everyone is a genius, whether they realize it or not. And you're constantly exercising your genius, even if you aren't conscious of it. When you get smarter, what's actually happening, that's why they call it an awakening. You're just becoming more aware. You're just starting to realize what you have already been doing this entire time. You're not getting smarter, you're getting more aware of your intelligence. You're able to take advantage of everyone else's awakening, even if they aren't awake to it themselves. You're worth a lot. So you think that you need to make a lot of money and be very successful for you to be valuable. Meanwhile, you could be broke. The government still wants to control you. They already know you're valuable. So you're trying to prove something to yourself and everyone else around you, something that the people in power, they already know. Every individual person is worth billions to the people in power by a threshold relative to what everyone else has that is also far less than your base worth. We are in this state of scarcity in which we don't realize how much our value is. And so we put in a lot of unnecessary effort, validate what we deserve before we feel entitled to ask for certain things. Like one thing I actually think is a fallacy, the idea of being spoiled. Here's the cognitive dissonance that I think needs to be established. Truly being spoiled and truly being entitled is thinking that you're worth more than other people. I'm not saying that you're worth more than other people. I'm saying that you're worth more than you have been told that you are worth. The proper type of entitlement to have is to have a certain level of self-entitlement without thinking that supersedes what other people deserve. It's not that you deserve more than everybody else, it's that everyone collectively deserves more. The richest people in the world are entitled as fuck. And then their kids will be super entitled. It's not that their kids are smarter or that they work harder. These kids are conditioned to know what they can get away with. And so they're able to leverage that awareness through how they navigate society. You know your worth and everyone else doesn't. They think you're better. And they're gonna tell you that you think that you're better because they believe that and they're projecting insecurity onto you. So if anyone ever tells you, you think you're better than everyone, don't you? They're actually telling you that they think that you are better than everyone because you never even said that. If you wanna know how people view you, take whatever criticism that you receive and then reverse it. Because what people are trying to do is undermine their perception. Why else would somebody try to put you down if they didn't see you as a threat? If somebody's like, you're ugly, they must think you're fine as fuck and they're intimidated by it. So they have to convince you don't realize so that you don't find out what they have noticed. When somebody starts hating on me, I'm like, oh, these are one of my biggest fans. So sometimes you gotta trigger people just to see how much they care. That's how they snitch on themselves, because otherwise, why would they give a fuck at all? And then once you know that, now you have leverage over that person or group of people because they showed their hand. Now you know. You're not going to have haters unless they see you as a threat. The people are the ones being oppressed. You can't oppress people with the oppressed force. I mean, that's what they do. Once the people realize their ops aren't people, but themselves, and their programming, and then realize, yo, I don't actually have to fight anyone. I just have to stop doing shit. And then eventually nobody will be able to do anything to me. It takes two to tango, right? The best way to win at a game is to just not play it. Chances are the meta is to do something that you're not technically supposed to do, but that's not going to be advertised to you because if they told everyone how to win, then everyone would use it and then it wouldn't be an exploit anymore. I'll be the one to snitch right now. It don't matter how strong Superman is. If I got kryptonite, that nigga won't even be able to fight back. All that power, all that strength, but I got your rock, nigga. It don't mean nothing at that point. Yes, sir, leveling up. Damn, how many bonuses we got, bro? Now he can hear the souls of the dead. Okiro, okay. Shadow extraction. Yes, sir. Whole lot of gang shit. Once his ops, now his army. He said, wait, these niggas are fodder. We need to use shadow extraction on the boss. That has his mind now. Shadow extraction is possible. They're gonna take a few chances though, because this is a extra powerful soul. He's not putting his heart in that shit, bro. Okiro, my nigga. There you go, look. Hey, you gotta appeal to their heart space, bro. Let's be hoes together. I know. You be my bitch, I'll be yours. Like, what are you even talking about? Oh, shit. Now we got the black cape? Hey, he looking kind of sexy, you know, gonna lie. Cape looking elegant and shit, that's what I'm saying. Hey, that shit is luscious. You see the way it blows in the wind? And then look, now he got a whole army. We about to pull up on these niggas, bro. You're with me now. No cap.